What's up guys, welcome back once again to D Reviews. Today I've got another fan review for you, and this is the Alseye D Ringer. So as I said, this is the Alseye or Alseye D Ringer, and I got these from AliExpress. Now the reason I chose these is because mainly of the price. These were £47, so about $50 to $55, and I got 7 fans included with this, which is the starter kit, which comes with 3 fans, and then an extra pack of 4 fans. So let's talk about what you get for your money. So first of all, as I said, you get a controller with this in the starting pack. This basically is an RGB controller, so it actually has RGB on the controller as well, so if you want to mount it in your case then you can, and I'll show you that in a second. And this basically allows you to put up to 7 fans, and 7 fans is a little bit of a weird number, but that's how many it allows, and it also allows you to put LED strips on it. And basically this package comes with 2 LED strips as well, so for £47 you're getting quite a lot. And obviously we'll look to see what kind of performance you get for this kind of money. Other than that, you get the cables in the box for motherboard connection. Allows you to connect to your motherboard for sync of your RGB stuff to your other components and your motherboard itself. This also includes a PWM connector to control the fan speed from your motherboard as well. Also, this controller is SATA powered, so none of that Molex, which is really good to see, and especially at this price point it's nice to see rather than the cheap looking Molex type thing. And then you also get a remote included as well, so you can change it wirelessly using your remote. If you don't want to connect it to your motherboard, you can use the controller to control it, the colours and the speed of the fans manually. Now let's take a look at the fans themselves. This is basically a 11 fan setup, a lot of fans, and these are like a transparent fan. They look not the most premium fans when you look at them, so they do look quite budget, but they're not too bad at all. Looking at the hub of the fan, there is little to no wobble in it at all, which is good to see, especially again at this price point. And it is a hydraulic bearing in the hub as well, so that's quite good to see. Now looking at the setup of the fan in terms of its lights, as you can see there is a dual light loop, so there's a loop on the front and a loop on the back to light up the fans, and obviously hopefully they should light up quite well, having transparent fans, so that it should shine nicely all the way through them. And in each of the 4 corners there is anti-vibration pads that you find on most fans. Again, it's good to see at a price point this low. You might think they cut corners somewhere, but they haven't with these. You get the vibration pads included as standard, and these have a proprietary 6-pin connector similar to the Aerocool Astros and Duos and Eclipse fans that I tested previously. So I'm not sure if they'll work with the same hub. I may try that, but I'm a bit worried of ruining them, but I might try that, see what happens, as they are basically the same connection. So now let's take a look at what the lights look like. Right, so as you can see from the RGB lights on the fans, they are not the best. They do a decent job, they light up really well. The only problem is the hotspots are very, very noticeable, which you don't tend to get with your more expensive fans such as your Corsair, your new Lian Li fans that are out, that kind of thing. With these you can definitely see exactly where each of the LEDs is. There is quite a lot of LEDs around the perimeter of the fan. But like I say, they are very visible. But again, for this kind of price point, can you really complain for £47 for 7 fans? Whereas if you look for Corsair, that kind of thing, for this amount of fans, way over 100, maybe £200. So it is an absolute bargain in terms of how much you're getting for your money. So let's go on to the performance. Now, as an actual fan, regardless of the RGB, So if you want to turn those off, if you wasn't happy with the RGB lights, they actually perform amazingly well as an actual fan in terms of pushing air through. Now these are, I've got 4 on my 480mm radiator and 3 in the bottom of the case pushing air up from below. So I was basically testing to see the static pressure in a way. Now another reason I purchased these was the specs, and basically they are absolutely fantastic on paper, so I wanted to try them to see actually how good they were. In terms of airflow, we're looking at 51 CFM, and in terms of static pressure, looking at 2.32 millimeters H2O, so that's absolutely massive for such a budget fan. And I couldn't find anything this price range with such a good performance level on paper. So I decided I'd buy them and I'd check them out. So in terms of performance, let's have a look at the graphs and see what they say. On the idle performance, they were 32 degrees to 6 degrees over ambient at the time of recording, and the previous setup using the Astro 12s was 29 degrees and 4 degrees over ambient. So the AV came out a little bit worse here, but we'll move on and have a look at what else we've got. So then I used supervision from Unigen, and we got an absolutely great result here. These were 48 degrees on average and only 22 degrees over ambient, where compared to the last setup of 50 degrees average and 25 degrees over ambient. So an absolutely great performance there. Then I moved on to TimeSpy 3D Mark, and we were looking at 54 degrees average and only 28 degrees over ambient, as compared to last time at 59 degrees and 34 degrees over ambient. So again, an absolutely fantastic result for these fans. And then finally I looked at Cinebench just to give it a really intensive CPU test to do, and we came out at 62 degrees and 36 over ambient compared to 64 and 39 over ambient for the last ones, as the ambient temperature last time was a bit lower. So basically the results speak for themselves. These fans are absolutely fantastic for their, pun intended, for their price point. As a fan, they do absolutely brilliant. RGB leaves a little bit to be desired, but if you're looking for a budget fan that's got some lighting in it, you can even turn it off if you don't want it, or you just want a really good fan for the price, then I can highly recommend these, to be honest. They're absolutely brilliant. Like I said, don't get me wrong, the other fans before, the Aerocools are an absolutely fantastic fan as well, but that's the difference basically. You've got on the Aerocools, the RGB setup is so much better, the lights are so much better diffused and basically just look a lot better, and the controller works better, and the effects are much better than on these fans, as you can see from the video that I did previously of the RGB effects. So that's it, guys. Absolutely fantastic set of fans for an absolutely fantastic price. So if you want to get some of these, I'll leave a link in the description below so where you can find them. Obviously they are from AliExpress, they will take a while to arrive probably. But yeah, that's it, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you stick around for some more. If you do like the kind of videos, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, it all helps me, and give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down depending on what you think, and leave any comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you on the next one, guys.